Good morning, YouTube friends and family. So, I wasn't going to do a video at all this week, but I thought I can hop on live and just give y'all a little bit of an update. So, I think with the busyness of the funeral arrangements, all the things that you do when you lose a loved one, I think it was very therapeutic for me. It kept me busy. But once the majority of tasks were done, mom's apartment was cleaned out, things donated, etc., etc. Guys, I'm going to just be honest with you. I had a bit of a grief reaction. And a very wise friend has been talking to me. And one of the things that I've realized about myself is that when something is difficult, good morning, Betsy. I like to do all the things. Like, it distracts me. It makes me feel like I'm part of the solution, not part of the problem. And that's not everybody's coping mechanism. Some people really need to retreat, and that's their coping mechanism. And it was really hard for me to understand that my way isn't the right way, and someone else who may retreat, that's not the wrong way. Because when I was dealing with a couple days, guys, I've been down in bed for a couple days with the lupus flare, and I was dealing with that. And I'm going to be honest, a little situational depression. I could not, for the life of me, bring myself out of it. And I thought to myself, this might be your coping mechanism, to be busy, but now you're getting a taste of what it feels like to be, I'm going to say paralyzed. I wasn't paralyzed, obviously, but, kind of stuck in being depressed. And then, guys, these are just emotions that I've had, and I want to share it with you because I know a lot of you have shared that you've gone through or you're going through something similar to what I went through with my mom. And it's okay to grieve. It's okay to take a look at yourself. It's okay to have life lessons come out of it. Let me say it that way. Instead of saying regret, we can never go back. I don't regret not doing something for my mom. It's not like that. But I will say, being the number one person at the ready for my mom's care, perhaps I felt a little bit superior because of that. And that's a little embarrassing to admit. But I really think that the Lord can give you lessons out of anything. And I woke up this morning with a little bit of anxiety, thinking about everything I hadn't done for 2 days. Guys, my garden didn't wilt and die in 2 days. I was taking care of my animals, but that's all I was getting done, right? Maybe I need to take a look at how I cope with stressful situations instead of just, I need to do all the work, like all the things, right? This morning, I am hoping, y'all, that this is the last thing that I have to do. I have to go to the cemetery at 9. It's like 7:20 now. You kind of like have to check a box to say, yes, you put my loved one in the right grave, even though you mark it. That's just part of what you have to do. I'm sure they'll try to sell me something. I don't need anything, thank you very much. And then I have to go to the funeral home and pick up all the pictures from the memory table. I did get all my thank you notes done for flowers and such this morning, and I still have to call. Social Security always gets notified when someone passes away, but my mom was the beneficiary of Dad's retirement payout, and so I have to let them know. So I've gotten all that information together. I'm not just stuck in a grief reaction. And I'm hoping, y'all, I'm really hoping that I can have videos up for next week. But I'm going to give myself a little grace because, hi, Dee. Having lupus, and if y'all don't know what lupus is, you're not alone. I didn't know anything about it, even being a nurse, till I developed it. It is an autoimmune disease where your body starts producing antibodies that can attack your heart, your lungs, your kidneys. And for me, it's been primarily joints. And I'm under pretty good control, unless I get really stressed out. Might have had a little bit of stress going on. And doing all the things as a coping mechanism when you're not well, it's probably not a good idea, y'all. I know this isn't like earth-shattering, but I can't tell you how profound it seemed to me. And, you know, sometimes we have to go through hard times to learn some lessons that will make us better people. And I think this will make me, I hope and pray, this will make me a better person and a little bit more understanding, because not everyone copes. Oh, Dee, you have lupus too. God love ya. Yeah, I don't have, there's cutaneous lupus, which is skin lupus. I don't have that. I've got the systemic, the bad kind, right? And, you know, there's kind of a trifecta: lack of sleep, not eating right, and stress. That's kind of my trifecta of what will give me a flare-up. I might have had all of those things in the last few weeks. And I just have to take a little bit better care of myself. That's for sure, because I want to be around a while. You know, I told my mom, and I do have some sweet memories of some of the last conversations we had, but I will tell you, my mom was holding on to life, and I was trying to tell her it was okay to go, to let go. And I said, Mom, you know all those things that we've wondered about our whole lives? Like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? You're going to know in an instant why all that happened. And I'm a little jealous, Mom. I said, but I still have some work to do here. So I am trying to take care of myself. So not sure what my video will be about. Y'all, I started a video on Sunday that I was going to finish up on Monday. Didn't happen. So I don't know if I'll go back and do that or not. We'll just see how I feel or what mood strikes me. But I promise they won't all be videos that are like fluff like this. But I want to show y'all something really, really cool. Hi, cousin. You're up early like me, girl. We're the early risers. So one of the joys in my gardening is pumpkins. And I just think they're so cute. And I am so amazed. And I'm hoping y'all won't drop off here. But I want to show you a little something. If I can... Oh, Lord. I'm not sure how you turn this around. Well, hello, Miss. Hello, Miss Violet. You come to see my mom? Yeah, honk. Y'all, look. I got a pumpkin there. I got a pretty one there. I've got a big one right there. And there's an even bigger one down there. So, yeah, while my garden is dramatically overgrown. Well, here's my Jolene. Yeah. It's good to see you too, cousin, even though I can just see your little face. Oh, okay, we'll do a little bit. Stress is a big factor. Yep. Thank you, Dee, for your prayers. I do appreciate it. Sue, like all the cousins were there, like all the cousins. Royce and Ron were both in. So it was just really neat. Really neat. We thought about you that day for sure, but totally understand that's a long trip to take. And it wasn't tremendously uplifting. And y'all, I'll give you one more little tidbit. I'm really, really physically strong on a normal day. Don't be a pallbearer unless that's something your heart tells you to do. Those caskets are so heavy. They wanted 6 people, and not everybody went to the cemetery, right? So we had to get like random cemetery workers to help us out because that casket was heavy. So just some food for thought, things that I've learned. Give yourself grace. Give yourself something to look forward to. I'm kind of struggling with that. I'm not sure what that's even going to be. I don't need to buy things, and I'm really not in the mood to travel right now. I could get a chicken sitter and I could do it, but I just kind of still want to be here to take care of, harvest time and all of that. I don't want to get behind or let my garden go for a few days because I wouldn't be here to water. So if y'all have any good ideas, let me know. I can't read. I can't seem to focus up enough to read. So other than just doing my devotions, that's been the limit of it. But I'm doing all right. I can't thank you all enough. I have read and reread comments, and I will tell you something. I gave myself a little grace. I didn't respond to every single comment. I read them all. Some of them I just hearted because that's what I needed to do in that moment. But I do appreciate y'all, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. All right, guys. Well, we're 11 minutes in, so I'm going to cut it here. I will see you all probably next week, unless I get a wild hair and I have to do all the things. I've got green beans coming in. I'm still getting lots of cucumbers, lots of zucchini, starting to get some peppers. So there will be some canning and food prep videos probably coming up, since that's what I'm. Oh, maybe get a new chicken. Is that what that is? I think it's a chicken. Yes. So I kind of want ducks. And then I'm like, I don't know if ducks, well, they can coexist. I found that out. But yeah, day trips, Sue, that might be a good thing for me too, is not to stay overnight. Right now, I just feel like I got to tie everything up in a nice little package and a nice little bow, and once I've gotten all that done, maybe I can take. I love going to the Amish country. There is a discount grocery store I've been wanting to hit that's up in New Carlisle, Ohio. So yeah, I need to do some things. And Betsy, thank you so much. I don't know how awesome I am after spending 2 days in bed. And guys, I'm going to leave you with this. Sometimes when you're having an emotional reaction, doesn't even have to be grief, you can feel some shame about how you feel, what you're able to do, what you're not able to do. And guys, stop it. Knock it off. I had to tell myself, knock it off. Just because you're having a health issue, because you've been through a lot, does not mean that you're a bad person. And that's, I think, sometimes the circular thinking that can happen when you have a situational thing come up, whether it's a depression, whether it's anxiety. I get them both. Rarely do I get depressed, but I was yesterday, let me tell you that. But anyway, take care of yourself. Dee, I think we might be sisters from another mother, because I think the worst part of all of this, I'm going to get through this without crying, is the shame I put on myself. And it's totally unnecessary and illogical. But if you use work as your coping mechanism, when you can't work, you can't cope. Hello. So I got to find better coping mechanisms. Not sure what they are yet, but as I go through this journey, I will share it. My sister said something very interesting this morning. Okay, now we're at almost 15 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. She said, you have to accept that you are an orphan. Whether you're a 62-year-old orphan, you no longer have living parents. And once you can kind of wrap your head around that, it really does help. And that was advice given to her by someone who lost their parents young. And I think that's, if we all live long enough, we're going to outlive our parents, right? So I think it's something that everybody goes through. But I'm like, where's the book? Where's the list of things we should do? Let them go. Yeah, that's, yeah. I have to breathe sometimes. And I know I'm laughing and giggling, guys, but I just feel so much better than I did yesterday. I feel like doing cartwheels, but that'd probably throw my back out, and then you wouldn't see me for like a month. Yeah, there is no list. You're right, Sue. If there, like there's no manual that comes with your kids, there's no manual for navigating losing parents. And I know many of you, or even a spouse, have dealt with dementia. Just complicates the whole thing because that person slowly slips away from you. I may have lost my mom June 29th, but I lost my mom. That disease was stealing my mother away from me, so to speak. And they call dementia the long goodbye. And I can see why. Because as your loved one loses their abilities, you lose different connections that you had with them, different memories. Just like mom saying that she had 3 children. Okay, that's me and my sister. Y'all know that. She said it was me and I had 2 brothers. She couldn't remember my dad's name. Things like that were so, so hard. And it is the long goodbye. And it's not something that you're going to be okay with, super quickly. So, yeah, I've done my share crying. Definitely, guys. Okay. Sorry I've kept y'all so long, but it's so good to talk to all of you. I like doing lives because then I don't have to edit them. All right, guys. I hope to see you next week. I doubt I'll see you before then, but I'm around. All right. Talk to you soon.